share with you the first two examples so you can do the rest, please. But in number 2, we have a situation. Depending on the context, is you use what or which, right? So if this is a general question, you use what. But if your context is specific languages, you use which languages do you speak. So in this case, it can be what or which, depending on the context. If it's general, what. If it's specific, is which, right? Okay, please try to do 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead, please.
Teacher.
Yes.
If I use what one more time, no problem?
If what? Sorry, can you repeat?
If I use what one more time, no problem.
What do you mean, what one more time?
Que no importa las veces que lo ocupe.
3, 4, and 5?
No, nada más una vez más.
¿Una vez más dónde? ¿En la 1 y en la 2?
En la 5.
In number 5. Okay. Yes, you can use what.
Okay.
Yes, it's possible. Yes, it's correct. You are correct. Number 5, you can use what or when. There's two possibilities. Yes, you are right.
Come now, little one. I'll take you to film winter after we finish my business. But it bit me. Is this why I'm like this? Cynthia?
Okay, guys, maybe you can help me with the answers here. Iran, what do you have in number 3? What is the question in number 3? What do you think?
Where is your keys? My keys are in my pocket.
Yes, where are your keys? My keys are in my pocket. Yes, where? You use where here. Very good. Miguel, what do you have in number 4? What is the question in this case?
How you can win here?
Yeah, so maybe it's better if you say, how did you get here? Oh, I got here by bus. Yes, that could be a possibility. How did you get here? Oh, I got here by bus. Yes. Okay, Miguel, thank you. Nadia, what do you have in number 5, please?
When you get up?
Yes, maybe you can use the auxiliary do. When do you usually get up? Remember to use, if it's a question, you have to use do or does, the auxiliaries. It's very important. So one possibility is, when do you usually get up? Or you can say, what time? What time do you usually get up? Yes, that's the other possibility. These are the answers. Please check your answers. Okay? Check your book. Very good.
Talking? Digo, puta Cynthia.
Excellent. Now, please, take a moment to answer this question for you. Okay? So I'm going to ask you, what do you have for breakfast? and you tell me your answer. For example, oh, I had hot cakes with orange juice, for example. So if I ask you, let's suppose you forgot, you lost your keys. Let's invent the answer. Where are your keys? Oh, my keys are in the garage. Or, oh, my keys are in the desk in front of the computer. So prepare an answer, okay? So ask and answer these questions, right? In this exercise, I ask you and then you answer, okay? Please prepare some answers. Take a few minutes to prepare an answer. And then I ask you randomly. Remember, randomly is aleatoriamente, randomly. Go ahead, please. Try to answer these questions, and then I ask you randomly.
Teacher,
Yes?
mm, ¿qué estamos haciendo?
You have to answer these questions, but for you, your own opinion. For example, I ask
Okay.
you, what did you have for breakfast? And maybe you tell me, oh, teacher, I had pancakes and orange juice with a glass of milk, for example. But for real,
Okay.
for real, please. Okay?
Okay, thanks, teacher.
Okay.
Cynthia.
Maybe it's better if we answer these questions with your partner. This is the last activity of lesson 1.1. Okay? So if you have ready your answers, I'm going to send you to your breakout rooms, and then you ask each other. Okay? So you ask your partner, what did you have for breakfast? And your partner is going to answer. And then you ask these questions, and then you exchange roles. Y luego intercambian roles. Now your partner is going to ask you these questions, please. Okay? Let's go then and practice these answers with your partner. Let's go.
Hello. What did you have for breakfast?
I had a hotcake for breakfast. What language do you speak?
I speak Spanish and English. Where are your keys?
My keys are in my table. Who did you get there?
How did you get here?
Oh,
I got here by car. When do you usually get up?
I usually get up at 7 o'clock.
Nothing, it's just Cynthia.
¿Y estudias o algo?
Estoy en una preparatoria llamada Desarrollo Educativo Querétaro.
Ah, eres de Querétaro.
Bernal.
Yo pensé que eras igual de San Luis.
San Luis Potosí.
Ujú.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the main room. Now, let's see, we finished 1.1, and now we continue with 1.2, right? This is the new lesson today, 1.2. And the name of the lesson is Two Friends. And the lesson objective is we learn, ask and answer questions about people. We learn that. How to ask and answer questions about people, right? We start with an introduction here about this question. Which famous person would you like to interview? Okay, let me listen to your opinion. Iran, which famous person would you like to interview?
Which famous person would you like to? What is interview?
Entrevistar.
Uh, Belinda.
Okay, it's a singer. It's a singer, right?
Yes, an
Oh,
actor.
okay. And an actor, yes.
And
Okay.
an actor.
And what would you like to ask Belinda? What would you want to ask Belinda? One question for this actress. Maybe when is the next
Why?
concert? Maybe when is the next concert or what? What would you like to ask this Belinda?
Ay, que no sé decirlo, teacher. Porque anduvo con Cristian Nodal.
Okay, so you would like to ask where is your boyfriend or something like that or what?
He he was his boyfriend.
He was he was her boyfriend. He was her boyfriend. She was her boyfriend. It's correct. She was her boyfriend, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for your opinion. Let's see. We have more questions about this. For example, Alexandra, which famous person would you like to interview? And what would you like to ask this person, Alexandra?
The weekend.
It's
And
it's a band or it's a group or what?
is a singer.
Okay. And what would you like to ask this singer?
How did he get to be famous?
Oh, okay. Yes, that would be an interesting question. What is your, when did you start to be famous, for example, right? Oh, very good, excellent, that's a good question. Yes. Cesar, which famous person would you like to interview?
Um, I like interview to Robert Plant um, about how uh, conform, conformó su banda, cómo formó su banda.
Okay, So maybe you ask him, how did you start your band? Something like that, right? How did you start your band? Yes, that's an interesting question. Very good, guys. So that's the question that you would like to ask. Okay, let's go to the book. So look at this picture in your book, okay? And do you think the people are good friends? What do you think, Jose Manuel? What do you think about this picture? Do you think these people are good friends?
It's doing bullying. It's doing bullying.
Are they playing soccer, right?
Bullying. Acoso
They
escolar.
are playing soccer.
Yes, playing soccer.
Yes, playing soccer. Yes, thank you. Okay. And Zaira, can you tell me your last name? What is your last name, Zaira? ¿Tu apellido, Zaira?
Dublan.
Zaira, can you repeat your last name?
Su apellido es Dublan.
Ok. Pero, ¿por qué no me contesta ella? Zaira?
She's
Dublan?
not here.
Dublan?
He's not here.
She's not here in the Teams?
Yes.
Ok. Pero tengo puras palomitas de ella aquí. Who is Zaira here? It's very rare. Está raro. Okay, no problem. Okay, thank you, Jose Manuel. Thanks for your opinion. And Jose Daniel, do you think these people are good friends?
Yes, I think they are smile.
Okay, and do you think they are neighbors?
Yes, probably.
Yes, maybe they are neighbors and they live in the same neighborhood. Yes, I see the houses around this basketball court. Yes, maybe there are houses there. Yes, thanks a lot for your opinion. Yes. Okay, now let's see. We are going to read and listen to Jared interview Amber for his podcast. Let me repeat. Then read and listen to Jared interview Amber for his podcast. And maybe we answer this
Cynthia.
question. Why does Amber ask question about his friend Scott? Let me repeat. Why does Amber ask question about his friend Scott? Okay, now let's read and listen to understand the question. Okay, let me go there. Is 1A. Let me go there very quickly. 1A is the next lesson today. Okay, one more. Yes, it's here. Okay, so please read and listen. Okay, let's go now.
Lesson 1.2, page 4, exercises 1A and 1B.
Today I'm talking with Amber
Cynthia.
Crane, a friendship expert. So, Amber, you have some questions that show if someone is a true friend. Tell me more.
Okay, I'm going to show you by example. Give me the name of one of your friends.
Scott.
Let's see how well you know Scott. Is he single or married?
He's married.
Okay, can you tell me where he was born
Cynthia.
and raised?
Yes, he was born in Chicago, but he was raised in Oswego.
Good. Now I'd like to know what sports or hobbies he's into.
He's into soccer and he likes to paint. Hey, I'm answering harder questions. Does that mean Scott and I are true friends?
Well, no. You could know these things about anyone through social media.
True. So, what question can I answer that shows Scott is a true friend?
Try this one. Do you know if he likes broccoli?
I'll tell you after the break. And after I text Scott.
Okay, so let me see. What do you think would be the answer for this question? Why does Amber ask question about his friend Scott? What do you think, Abraham? Are you here?
He's not here.
He's not here. Okay. Zaira, what do you think is the answer for this question?
She's not here too.
Okay, she's not here too. Alessandra, what is the answer for this question? Why does Amber ask question about his friend Scott?
Because she wants to know how well he know his friend Scott.
Very good. Yes, that's basically the answer. Yes, you are correct. Yes. Why does Amber ask question about his friend Scott? Because Amber asks direct questions to find out if Scott is a true friend of his. And as you can see from the text, from the conversation, he doesn't know very well his friend because he doesn't know if he likes broccoli, right? He couldn't answer that question. So maybe he doesn't know very well his friend Scott, right? Okay? Now, let's try to read and listen again because we have to mention after we listen what questions does Amber ask Scott, and can you answer this question about your good friends? Okay, so let's listen again and you prepare what question did you hear in this conversation. Let's go again.
Lesson 1.2, page 4. Exercises 1A and 1B.
Today I'm talking with Amber Crane, a friendship expert. So, Amber, you have some questions that show if someone is a true friend. Tell me more.
Okay, I'm going to show you by example. Give me the name of one of your friends.
Scott.
Let's see how well you know Scott. Is he single or married?
He's married.
Okay, can you tell me where he was born and raised?
Yes, he was born in Chicago, but he was raised in Oswego.
Good. Now I'd like to know what sports or hobbies he's into.
He's into soccer and he likes to paint. Hey, I'm answering harder questions. Does that mean Scott and I are true friends?
Well, no. You could know these things about anyone through social media.
True. So, what question can I answer that shows Scott is a true friend?
Try this one. Do you know if he likes broccoli?
I'll tell you after the break. And after I text Scott.
Okay, so he doesn't know very well Scott, right? So maybe he's not a true friend. Maybe, I don't know. Because he doesn't know the answer about does he like broccoli? But he didn't know that, okay? Very good. Now maybe you can prepare what questions does Amber ask Scott. Maybe you can see from the text, right? Can you tell me one question, Jose Manuel, that you find in this conversation?
He finds questions viewing her profiles in social media.
Okay, but can you tell me one question that you found here in this conversation?
Can you tell me where he was born and raised?
That's right, very good, yes, that's one question. Excellent, very good. Yes, can you tell me another question, Cesar, that you find in this conversation?
Is he single or married?
That's right, very good, that's another question. Nadia, can you tell me another question?
Do you know if he likes broccoli?
Yes, basically these are the questions. Let me show you. Yes, is he single or married? Is there? Can you tell me where he was born and raised? Okay, now I'd like to know what sport or hobbies he's into. And do you know if he likes broccoli? These are basically the questions that you find here, right? Okay, now we practice in this section. Yes.
I have a question.
Sure.
What is the meaning of raised?
Okay, yes. Well, let me read the sentence. Can you tell me where he was born and raised? Raised means donde creciste, right? For example, in my case, I was born in Mexico City, but I raised in Cuernavaca, Morelos. That's basically the answer, right? Do you understand the difference?
Yes.
Yes, it's like crecí. Where donde crecí, basically. Thank you. That's an interesting question. Okay, now let's read the vocabulary in the box, and we have an exercise here. We have to give an example of each vocabulary in the box, right? In this case, we have some combination, two words, right? But we use this combination with the verb to be. For example, remember, I was born is the verb to be is past tense. I was born, or I am born. Basically, I was born, nací, right? Or I was married with Lucy. So you use the verb to be here, right? The verb to be. I am married with Lucia, right? Or be raised. So the reason for be is that you put here the verb to be. Present, am, is, are, or past tense, was or were. So in general is the verb to be, right? I was raised in this place, or we were raised in this country, something like that. So maybe we can prepare some examples about this, each verb, because as you know, these are verbs. For example, retire, right? Retirarse del trabajo, como retirarse, jubilarse, similar to jubilarse. It's a verb. Celebrate, right? Or live alone.
Negligencia, Cintia.
I used to live alone many years. Or I live with my family in
Cintia no quiere aceptar su negligencia.
So remember,
Cintia.
be is the verb to be, and you can use present, am, is, are, or you can use past tense, was or were, right? Okay.
Sí, o sea, ya hay ser tantos.
Give me one example. For example, you can choose any example. Okay, José Daniel, can you give me one example? You can choose any verb that you want here and give me an example.
Other example?
Yes, other examples from this list. Okay, let me give you my example. My example, for example, I was married in Cuernavaca 20 years ago. That's my example. Now you give me your example. Any combination, any verb you like. Please, Jose Manuel.
Okay. I was born in Cuernavaca, but I live in San Luis Potosí.
Very good. A very good example. Yes, that's right. Iran, can you give me another example? You can choose any verb you want. Can you prepare an example, Iran? How about you, Miguel? Can you give me an example, Miguel? Go. The microphone is yes, it's on. Yes. Okay. Nadia, can you give me an example of these verbs?
This. I was raised in Mexico City.
Okay, I was raised in Mexico City. Very good example, yes. Okay, Cesar, can you give me another example?
I was celebrate Christmas with my family.
Very good. Yes, very good. Excellent example. Yes. Remember,
La puta Navidad, Cintia.
combinations are very common in English. So try to memorize them. They are very used in English. So try to memorize them like the irregular verbs. Remember irregular verbs, los verbos irregulares, right? You have to memorize them because they are different, right? They are different. Present, past, and past participle, present perfect, they are different, irregular. So you have to memorize them. So try to memorize this combination. They are very common in English, okay? Please, try to do this. And now we go directly to the activity. Complete the paragraph with the verbs in the box. And remember, you have to change maybe the verb to be to was or were, depending on the context, right? Or is, or are, or am. Yes?
Is correct decir I've been married?
I am married is correct. You are married?
Pero
Or you were married?
IV.
No, IV is incorrect. Yes, you don't hear that in English. No, it's am or was or past tense. I was married or we were married. But no, B is incorrect. Be married. Maybe in some...
En este caso, por ejemplo, el be married, ¿qué significa juntos si be married?
Well, you can just use it, but it's not common. Be married, estar casado. Yes?
Okay.
Be married could be maybe, but it's not common, estar casado, right? It's more common, estuve casado o estoy casado, ¿no?
Por ejemplo, I was married.
Yes, for example, very good. I was married 3 years ago.
No? I am married.
Okay, or I am married with Peter, for example. Estoy casado con Peter, right? But be married, you can use be married, but it's not very common. So you use am, is, are, if it's present, or you use was or were, if it's past tense. It's more common. Yes. Very good question. Yes, thank you. Very, very good question. Yes. Now, yes, now try to complete the paragraph with the verbs in the box. And remember, the context, the logic of these sentences are super important. They give you the answer to put here in the blanks, okay? Try to do that. For example, let me help you with the second one. I was born in Detroit, but I was raised in the country. So number 2 would be was raised. Please try to do the rest. And when we finish this activity, we go to the first break. 20 minutes break when we finish this, okay?
Right now?
Oh, if you prefer, we can go to the break now, and when we come back, we continue with this activity. What do you think? Is better?
Hawking?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
vámonos a break, and I see you in 20 minutes, and then we continue with this exercise. Okay? See you in 20 minutes, guys, okay?
Thank you.
See you. Okay.
See you.
Excelente competencia. Núñez, Cintia. Unitek.
Okay guys, welcome back to the class. Now we can continue with this activity. Let's take a few moments so you can answer this. Let me check my microphone. Yes, it's on. Please try to complete the paragraph with the verbs in the box. Remember, you have to change these words be with was or where or